Do you want to do some shadow work together? Let's try something. I was a student in this area about 30 years ago. It's been a while. And at the time I was hustling. I had to try to figure out how to provide myself a living. My parents did not pay for my college education. I had to pay for it on my own. I was bar backing at this bar right across the street. And it's interesting because as I walked past this bar, I feel something. Remember, our shadow work is our unprocessed traumas and triggers and maybe even some of our prejudices that have not completely been processed through the system. And you would think that 30 years later you would have processed that. Well, 30 years later, time has passed and I've grown into an adult, so that is very, very true. However, when something comes up, listen to how specific this is. When something comes up and there is a small little activation of what's going on inside of your system, it's time to process it again. And then again, and then again, and then again. And I want you to pay attention to how quickly I'm doing this. I'm very, very aware of my system. I'm very, very introspective. I'm aware of how I feel. But when something comes up quickly, then there's a little bit of it that is still there. And again, our goal is to identify quickly so that we can move forward. Why? I don't want any of that to be anyone else's job to have to clean house. It's my job to clean house my own shadow work. It's my work. No one else's. I don't want it to affect any other part of my life. Even when I think retrospectively into like little aspects of my living here. You know what's so funny is this is actually my shadow work here. This is where I used to work 30 years ago, and the manager there treated me like kakapupu. I was young and she just treated me like a busboy without a brain. And I actually realized that it was a big part of why I felt unintelligent. But I am very intelligent. And I knew that I was, but I started to kind of believe that perhaps I'm not because you only talk to me like I'm a nobody. So I feel that as I'm walking past, guess whose job it is to figure it out? Mine, not hers. So though I've done the work, I'm reminding myself that there's still work to do. You see how fast that happened? Easy, easy. Hi, sir. How you doing?
Hey, okay.
Hey, okay. All right. What are you doing to get yourself in tune with little small activations of release? What are you going to do?